Okay, this is the installation video for a 2014 Dodge Ram truck, and this model goes back with the rail caps to 2009. And there's a couple of modifications that have to be done before you can put retractable bull rings in here. We're going to start at the tailgate end and show you what's going on here. Dodge has molded a rail that actually flows down into the pocket about 3/4 of an inch and wraps all the way around. And that section has to be cut out first, and we've got a special rotary tool that goes on a router that will cut that blade out perfectly. And here it is right here, and it's set at about 1/8 to 3/16, or what we like to do is put 2/4 in between this plate and that cutting blade, and that's going to give you a perfect depth because it only has to cut about 1/8 down, just about 1/8 down, to remove this pocket. Okay, now after we remove that pocket, then we're going to do a finish cut, and that's with our Bullring router. It's a proprietary router we've designed with 4 roller bearings on the end, and those bearings actually run around the steel pocket that's underneath that you can't see, but that uses a guide for the cutting on top, so you end up with a matching cut on the top plastic to the steel underneath. Now let's move to the front end of the truck bed. And the front end is a lot easier to do. As you can see on the front end, there's a scribe section telling you exactly where the stake hole pocket is, but that little piece does not remove. So the first thing you want to do is dead center of that, cut a hole, 1/2 inch hole, so we can just allow enough room for our router bit to get in and do its fine work. And we'll leave this for now. In our next video, we'll actually get to some cutting. Okay, we're ready now to cut out that plastic shaft in there. Here's our rotary cutter, and remember we were talking about setting the depth with a couple of quarters. Got 2/4 here. We've already got this preset, but we've got this right underneath the blade. Those 2/4 slip right underneath, and that's going to give you a perfect cut. So we'll go ahead and cut that up now. Now that we've cut that, that drops completely out, and now we'll set up our router to do the fine-tuned cutting here to match with that pocket underneath, and we'll do that right on the next video. Okay, so we've adjusted our roller bearing router bit 13/16 from the bottom of the platform to the very end of the router tip screw here, okay? And now we're ready for our cut. Now you can see I've ran that around a couple of times, and what it does is gets rid of all the slag. You can clean that up there, but the steel pocket underneath is unscathed, unscratched, and you're ready to match your bull rings in the truck. So let's just go ahead and go to the front. Now in the front, as we told you, we've already drilled a 1/2 inch pilot hole dead center in the area that's scribed in the molding process of this cap rail. Again, this does not come out. It has to be cut out. But we're going to cut this to the actual shape, not to the scribe line, and you'll see why we do that. Let's go ahead and make our cut. Now you notice the hole in your pocket is slightly smaller than the actual width that they've put on there from Dodge. You don't want to cut this thing all the way out to there, it'd be too much. But when our low profile bull rings are installed, they actually will cover that scribe line beautifully. It'll be a nice flush fit, and you can really enjoy these tie downs.